welcome back to Ketolicious. Today we got a seafood boil. Let's say our grace and get into this mukbang. Thank you, Lord, for this meal that I have prepared. Thank you for everything you're doing in my life and bringing in my life. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. So today, y'all already see we got lobster tails, mussels. I got a crab legs. What I got in front? I think some cucumbers and eggs and a couple sausage. We got some ranch and we got some Nessa sauce here, some water and some Tanqueray. Y'all, I'm hungry. It's time to eat. I forgot I don't have nothing to throw my stuff away. And my son is behind us. Eating as well. He think every time I eat seafood, he gotta have seafood. Y'all, let me get something to throw my trash away. I'll be right back. Y'all, I'm back. So today, we got a story time as well. So we're gonna get into this because your girl is hungry, okay? I have not ate today. Today, all I had was a avocado toast and some coffee. And right now, it is about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm gonna pull this down. Let me get a thumbnail, y'all. Maybe hold my lobster tail. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get right now. Cause your girl is hungry and I got a lot of food up here. So we're gonna get started. No, it's starting to itch. But yeah, we got a story time today. I'm gonna just eat a little bit and then we're gonna get into it. Yeah. This sauce, yeah, you might want to pull them out of that aluminum foil because that aluminum foil gonna be making a lot of noise. I actually made our crab legs and the oven is so easy. Y'all see that? Try not. Can y'all see that? All them onions. Y'all, my sauce. I've been still working on it, y'all. I haven't really made it since I moved, but I made it last night so it can marinate. Sorry, my son back there making a bunch of noise. Yes, sirree. I ain't had mussels in a minute, y'all. Did you taste the sauce yet? You like it?
Yeah. I don't want to sit down at the table. I said I don't want to sit down at the table with got sauce on the bottom of it.
It'll be okay. It'll come out. Y'all, this is so good right now. And I know it's in my last video, I didn't welcome all my new subscribers and everybody that's returning. I appreciate y'all coming back. And showing your girl some love. I don't have no cucumbers in a minute either. I was watching my girl Shay Snacks earlier, eating some lobster tails and cucumbers and sausage. Yes, look at that there. Y'all see it? And my crab legs looking pretty. And they still warm. Ain't nothing like mukbanging some cold food. I can't do it. So I hope everybody is doing good out there. I'm getting all that seasoning off of there. All of it, okay? And hopefully they all crack open. I ain't overcook them too much. I got my little scissors to help me out. Poppy over there on his phone. Probably watching something. When I tell y'all, this food right here, I want to plan. When you hungry, oh yeah, you'll put some stuff together. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. I got some of my salt and vinegar seasoning right there that Shay Snacks had sent me a while ago. I just found it up in the cupboard. I've only tried it a couple times. And it's pretty good on your cucumbers. Yeah. So good. So the story time we're gonna do today, it's probably gonna be a couple parts. I'm gonna just make it like 2 parts. Try to. But I was telling y'all, it's funny how you sitting somewhere and the story time just pop up in your head. And I don't know what I was doing the other day, but I was thinking about, it made me think about the time I had a Jamaican boyfriend and I had to beat him up. So that's what this story time is about. Never am I promoting violence or domestic violence, because y'all know how I feel about that. And I'm totally against that. But this story is from back when I was 20, going on 21. And it just shows you how when you young like that, your mind just think reckless. Like you really don't be thinking, you just go. I was on go all the time. I had accountability, but most of the time, when you're in certain situations, when you're young, you just be on go. And you think about the consequences later on. So I don't know what I was doing in the house, but I just thought about the time I had to fight my boyfriend. And I had to call my cousin Monique, and she was like, you got to do that story time. She like, and don't leave nothing out. You got to give him the whole setup. You got to give him the behind the scenes and everything. So yeah, it may take a couple videos because I got to give you the setup of what happened. And he was just my boyfriend for the summer, I think. Not even a whole year, maybe 6 months, something like that. And I did write some notes, y'all, because y'all know I just got off work today. My mind don't always think about everything. So I did write some notes so I can set the stage for y'all. And because I don't want nobody coming for me after the fact, I gotta think of a good name. I asked my daughter, I'm like, what should I call him? Because I don't want to call him his name. He was Jamaican. So I was thinking Shaggy. And so my daughter like, no, just call him Rasta. So We'll just call him Rasta. That's what his name gonna be. So, again, I was like about 20 when I met him. Maybe almost 21, if not 21. But, I was young. I had my first daughter, Darshay. I had her at 20, so she had to be like maybe 6 months, maybe 8 months. So again, I was either 21 or right before I turned 21. It was the summer I turned 21. And we used to, at that time, me, my cousin, Nuki, who y'all done heard and seen on my channel, or heard her in the background on my channel. Me, her, my cousin, Keita, which we said we the three musketeers, probably from these days, because we was. My cousin Michelle would go out with us sometime. My cousin Shonda. But most of the time, it was me, Monique, and Keita. Monique is Nuki. I might flip up back and forth. But anyway, it was a club we used to go to. When I say every weekend, okay? It wasn't a weekend we didn't miss. I don't know. I think we went Friday and Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. But the club was called Bells on the Circle, y'all. When I tell y'all, Bells on the Circle, it used to go hard, okay? That was around the time, too, when all the reggae was, reggae always, to me, been popular. But that was around the time when Shaggy came out. People was doing the butterfly. We would just have a good time. I'm 21 or 20, but when I was 20, I was sneaking this club. I think since I was 19, so I would always have to use a fake ID. I would use Nuki's fake ID, one of her IDs, to get in, because I wasn't old enough. And I always had a shirt that was kind of showing my cleavage, because I know me and Nuki family, but we don't look alike, okay? Not like that. She light skin, I'm brown, okay? So I would have to, give a present when I came to the door, so he would never want to turn me away. But y'all, we would go to this club every weekend. I would wear Nuki stuff. Nuki would have on Keita stuff. When I tell you, we was ready every weekend. If I didn't have a babysitter, we found one for all the kids to go to. My aunt, whoever. Bells on the Circle is the place to be. It was one of them clubs where across the street was the gas station and another bar, which was the Togo. And some of us would go to the Togo, but at that age, I wasn't thinking about the Togo. My mother and, people a little bit older than me would go there. But that was across the street. Then it was the gas station, and then it was Bells on the Circle. And Bells on the Circle used to stay open to, I think we used to be there till like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. But whatever time you left out of there, then the gas station would go hard for another hour or two. That's where you got all your numbers. That's where you lingered and talked your all night. Yeah. I miss Bells on the Circle. But anyway, so that kind of set the stage for y'all. I don't have no kielbasa in a minute, y'all. I'm sorry, that had me stuck. So yeah, but it had to be 21 to get in. Woo! That's a little tang and lemonade, y'all. But anyway, so this one particular night, and when we were going there, y'all, we would dance all night long. Like, we would have so much fun. Man, I would leave out of there with so many numbers. Like, we would have so much fun. It was crazy. Like, if we couldn't get the veils on the circle, you would be upset. Like, you would be pissed at yourself if you ain't got a sitter and can't get the veils on the circle. Oh, yeah. You looking crazy. Y'all, do y'all see this? Last time I had juice dropping everywhere. I can't be out here looking like that. Y'all ain't tell me nothing. But yeah, so this particular night, y'all, I told you, we danced all night long. And I just so happened to look out on the dance floor, and just so y'all can picture the club, it's a big club. Like, it was huge. It had a whole section where you could go eat, sit down, a bunch of tables. Then it had like 3 levels of rows where you could sit, just chairs, but it was wide so people could even dance there. And then they had a huge dance floor and then a huge stage. So when I tell you, bells used to go hard. But this one night, I'm dancing, and I done came and sat down because I'm tired, because I done danced all night. And I see this guy out there dancing his butt off. And it turned me on. He was cute, brown skin, tall, had a beautiful smile, and he had a dimple. But all I saw was him out there butterflying, y'all, and just dancing his butt off. And I'm like, I got to get to know him. So you know how you just sitting there and you have eye contact? Like, immediately, like, our eyes just draw to each other. So I can't remember, because remember, I was 21 and I'm 46 now. I can't remember if I went out there just to dance, just to get closer to him, or if he came up to me. I can't remember that part. But he came up to me and we got to talking. And from that day on, when I tell you, me and Rasta we couldn't separate. Like, we was always together. And it's so funny because my cousin now, Nuki, said, I think we liked him so much because he could dance his butt off. Like, every time he would come around my family, they would be like, dance. When I tell y'all, he danced his butt off. He danced his butt off. But he was Jamaican. But he was really nice. He had his own place. Him, his brother, and his cousin lived together. At the time, I had my own place. I was living downtown, in downtown Cleveland. Me and Shay Shay. And so me and him just used to kick it all the time. Like, he was so sweet and was good to me every time I came around. But of course, when it's always kind of, I've dated a couple of Jamaicans, and it is sometimes a cultural difference. Not huge, but I think just like some of our beliefs and things like that. But we was young again. We was cool. So I would kick it over there. He would come over my house sometime. We would still go to Bells on the Circle, dance, have fun. But I think like toward the winter, so mind you, this like at the beginning of the summer. So we done dated his cousins and brother that tried to date all my cousins. They wasn't giving them the chance though. But we was all cool. So, I don't know how, but we started to like kind of drift apart during the winter time. And I might get finished with this story time. But we kind of started to drift apart. And like I said, I don't know if it was the cultural part of it, but I don't know. We just started to drift apart. And he was kicking it with my male cousins, kind of tough. One of my male cousins, real tough. And I know they was going out. Now I can't remember, I think my cousin told me he was linking up with other people, which you know was cool because I had kind of was done with the situation. So you know how you done with a person but you ain't done, like, you know, I don't know if it's a control thing, because my thing is once you mine, okay? I ain't trying to share. I ain't trying to do none of that, okay? But even when we ain't together, we still together. That was my mentality at 21, okay? Oh, goodness, I forgot all about my lobster tail back here, y'all. Did you eat your lobster tail? Okay, let's get into this real quick. And he back there eating the same thing I'm eating. I know my hands look gross. This food. That's amazing. But anyway, we started to drift apart, y'all. So we at a stage where I don't think we together, but in my crazy head, we were still together, okay? But I could do what I want to do. So, what happened was me and Deja's dad, Shondell, which I've talked about him before, we went together and was together way before me and Rasta. But we started to rekindle our little friendship and was kicking it and, you know, having a good time. And me and Rasta, I'm barely seeing him. But I don't care because I'm occupied and rekindling my love with Shondell. So he comes over one day and we kicking it. Rasta decides to stop by my house uninvited. Oh yes, he did. That was a no-no then, and that's a no-no now. If you ain't paying no rent here, you don't pop up here. You call before you come, okay? But he decides to just pop up at my house, don't call. And matter of fact, I take that back, y'all. He was blowing my phone up. I would not answer my phone for nothing in the world. Because again, I'm busy, okay? He kept blowing my phone up. Next thing I know, and mind you, I'm in an apartment building, but it's security downstairs. And they have to buzz you in. You have to get an ID everything to get in my building. And they have to call me to let me know that they're coming up. But because, remember y'all, me and him been dating for like about 6 months, he's probably had that privilege to come in sometime, or the security know him, and you know, he just like, oh, you know, that's Rasta. I'm gonna let him in. Y'all, they didn't let Rasta upstairs, and me and Shadell sitting there. Next thing I know, he's knocking at my door, and all you hear is his accent out there, like, don't I saw, like, open up. Y'all, he out there going ham, okay? But all Shadell thinking, you know, Jamaicans here in Cleveland, they was known, and I think that may be known around the world. People just think sometimes the Jamaicans can be very violent and things of that nature. And I think that's just stuff that we've seen on TV, but they can't be no more violent than we can be. But that was the thought process back then, okay? He heard his voice and he looked over at me like, so now you messing with Jamaicans? And I'm just sitting there like, don't pay him no attention. He'll be okay. And he looking at me like, let me get my heat. He didn't know if he was gonna bust in the door. When I tell you y'all, he was bamming, knocking so hard. And I didn't say a peep. We didn't say a word. So he ended up leaving my door. So I'm like, cool. I continued on with my night and kept it moving. So I think maybe like the next day, I tried to call him, or maybe a couple days after that. He called me. He was very upset with me. And I'm just like, we ain't together anyway. And you've been doing you, and you know, whatever the case, you know, this is it pretty much. So that was that. We had a conversation and we left it at that. So I can't remember. His brother ended up calling me and we talked about it, us breaking up, and he like, I don't know what's going on with y'all, and you know, he was trying to rekindle us. And why? I don't know why I said this, but again, I was young. I told him, you ain't got to never worry about me no more. I'm gone. As a matter of fact, I'm pregnant and I'm taking my baby away. Lying. I wasn't no more pregnant than the man in the moon, okay? So that was just for him to go back and tell his brother, so his brother could be feeling some type of way and, you know, whatever. But I don't think Rasta called me. He never said anything about it. I ended up calling Rasta one night just to call him and mess with him. Probably I was bored. Shondell probably was out in the street, so I said, let me go and call Rasta and mess with him. Because when you're young like that, that's what you do. That's what you do, okay? Well, at least that's what I did. But I called Rasta's phone, and a woman picks up. And y'all know, that wasn't nothing but get back for him. Because he was pissed at me. Because he knew I was in that house. He knew it. He knew I was there. So the fact that I didn't open his door, I don't know if he plotted and planned this, but when I called his phone, a woman picked up the phone. And I politely said, can I speak to Rasta? That's all I said. And she commenced to cussing me out, going on, calling me all kind of bitchs, and y'all just went in on me, okay? And I said, okay, that's what's up. Yeah. My car was I had a car, but I think it was down or something like that. My car was not working. So, mind you, I'm in a big apartment building. I'm in a huge apartment building. So, you know, everybody know everybody. I go down the hallway. I asked my friend to use her car. Can I see your car for a minute? She don't bet more know what I'm about to go do. I just asked her to watch Shay Shay and let me use her car for a minute. And she said, okay. I get dressed. And first I was going straight to his house. But I did have at least enough sense to think to myself, you need to take somebody with you. Excuse me. So I go pick up Nuki. Mind y'all, it's winter at this point. It's winter. It's freezing outside. And I go to Nuki's house. One thing about me and my cousins and my family, when you come, we gonna ask questions later. We about it, we ready, okay? I just pulled up on her like, somebody over Rasta house. She done called me all out my name. It's time to go pull up. She done threw her clothes on, y'all. Mind you, her husband is there, but they was kind of like, they done been together since they was in high school. But at this point, they older. They was going through a little something and wasn't together. And he just stopped by to come see the kids, okay? When I pull up. She done left him and told him to watch the kids. We going to the store. We'll be right back. So he has no idea what we on our way to do. And we done left him with the kids and got in the car and on our way to get Rasta. And I don't even know what to call her. To this day, I don't know her name. Okay, sorry y'all, I'm back. But, so I done picked up Nuki. And we done left her kids there with their dad, and we on our way, which Rasta didn't live far from Nuki, okay? So we get to Rasta house. I don't see Rasta car, but I see his brother car and his cousin car. I know if I walk up to this door, they not gonna let me in. So because Rasta's brother and cousin, like Nuki, we come up. Mind you, we done pulled up down the street. It's a one-way street. We done pulled up on the street, parked down the street, and me and her both is knelt on the side of the house, like bent down, trying to hear what's going on in the house. And I hear females, but I don't hear Rasta. So I said to myself, okay, they ain't gonna let me in. I gotta get Rasta. I gotta get in this house. Cause one thing for sure, two things for certain. At that age, words hurt me, obviously. I was ready to go handle business, okay? So, me and Nuki come up with the master plan to send her go to the porch. Send her to the porch and act like her car done broke down the street. When they see her, they gonna come out to help because they love her, when I tell you. Okay, they'd do anything for her. So, we come up with that master plan. So Nuki goes up to the porch, knocks on the door, and they come. First, they was taking like a long time. We like, they ain't gonna come to this door because they probably thinking I'm coming. Well, at least I know Rasta knew I probably was coming. But they probably wasn't thinking like he's thinking. So, she knocks on the door a couple times and they finally come to the door, y'all. And so she telling them, my car done broke down the street. I need y'all to come help me. They looking down the street. She like, I need y'all to come help me. I got to get home. My kids at home. And they like, okay, hold on. Let us get our shoes. So so at that point, she is standing in the door. I barge in. I come running up the steps and barge in, y'all. When they still saw me, their eyes was so big. They could not believe it when they saw me. They was looking like, oh no. They were so terrified. It was so crazy, y'all. To this day, I could see their face. And I barged in the door. I'm looking around. I don't see nobody. And I go to the den, and lo and behold, there's two females sitting there. So when I came through that door, they was looking crazy. So I walked straight in, and both of their face. Like, who was it? Pretty much. Who was the one getting foxy on the phone? Because I'm here right now. Let's handle this. Girl, when I tell you, nobody wanted to admit. They both was like, it was two girls sitting there. I didn't know who it was. I didn't know if they was with them, with the cousin and the brother, and he had left, because I don't see Rasta. So I'm asking them, who was it? All in their face, and they ain't saying one word. When I tell you, they ain't budging. They just like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, and you know, this and that. So I'm asking them, I'm like, where's Rasta at? And they all looking stupid. Everybody looking at each other. So I go up to his room. He ain't there. I didn't tow his room up, y'all. I didn't do everything, okay? His brother come run up there. You gotta calm down. You're with child. I was like, ain't no baby in my belly, boy. I was lying to you. I done told this man, hey boy, whole room up, okay? He's nowhere to be found. I said, well, since don't nobody want to own up to who was talking mess on the phone, I'm about to tear this room up. Y'all done tore his room up. So I come downstairs, back downstairs, and everybody just standing there looking crazy. But I hear a car. I go outside, and there's Lobster pulling up with pizza. When he seen me, he tried to get back in the car, y'all. He tried to get back in the car. He was about to try to pull off, okay? I done ran in the street. And when I tell y'all, I lost my mind. And I said, since I don't know where your girl at or what's going on, you about to get it now. And all I know is I lost it. And I did. I beat him up. And the whole time Nuki was standing there and told him, you bet not touch her. The whole time I'm going in on him. Nuki like, you better not lay a hand on her. And he did not touch me. He just let me do whatever I wanted to him. He was terrified. But the fact that me and her hid, like I wanted him that bad. I wanted them that bad. We hid on the side of this man's house. Mind you, we in the hood. Anything could have happened to me. Like the thought of what I was doing at that age now is just crazy. The fact that I went and fought him, and he had never put his hands or nothing on me, but who knows what kind of bag he could have jumped out of. You know what I mean? This man could have did anything to me, and I went ham. So long story short, I thought this was gonna be 2 parts, but it ain't. But long story short, I beat him up. He apologized and told me I was wrong because I had company the other day. And I can't get mad because somebody was at his house. I said, I'm not mad because she was here. I'm mad because I asked her to speak to you. And she cussed me out. And I know you heard it and you probably laughed. He was like, I did not hear it. I did not. So the women would never fess up. I don't know if he dropped her off or these 2 women was one of the culprits, but I made them walk home. We tried to take them home. I said, they about to walk. It was late too, y'all. I don't even know what time it was. They didn't get no ride. They commenced the walking. And after that, I don't think me and Rasta even messed around ever again. It was just a sweet satisfaction to me that your woman or whoever ain't gonna talk to me crazy. So yeah, that was the day that Ketolicious beat up her boyfriend. I don't condone fighting. I don't. But it's just a testament of when you young, you fearless. You so fearless, like you don't care, you don't think. And these days and time, that'll actually get you killed. Because anything could have happened that day. So don't listen to this story and think, oh, I can go do this and be fearless. No. The question, the ending is the blessing is that I did.
Lesson.
Oh, the lesson. I'm sorry. Blessing and lesson is that I did not get hurt. I didn't hurt nobody. I mean, anything could have happened, And I done pulled my whole cousin in the middle of it. So yeah, you can have a ride or die, but you got to think before you go out here and just be reckless, because that was truly reckless what I was doing. And I just went back home, took my friend her car back, and took care of my baby. So yeah, that was young Nessa, 21 years old, out here acting a fool, okay? A plumb fool. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed that little story time. It's just funny because sometimes I sit back and just think about some of the stuff I used to do, and it's like, man, I used to live a wild little life when I was younger. I did. Some of the things I would do, to think that my kids, picture them doing that in this day and time is totally different, but still, anything could have happened to me back then. So, you know, so that's one of my reckless moments. So, but I hope y'all enjoyed. This food was amazing. How was your food, Pop?
Good.
He ain't got nothing but scrap. You ate everything? Okay. But yeah, I love y'all. So thank y'all. Make sure y'all leave me some comments down below. Tell me some of y'all reckless moments and some of the reckless stuff y'all did as teenagers. So, but until next time, keep it Ketolicious. I love y'all so much. Peace. Deuces. Woo, that was good. I like my makeup. It's looking cute.
The girl that talks to the phone on you, subscribe to you.
Well, she could be. Cheers. That's funny if somebody did come on. Like, that was me. Them girls was terrified. They were so scared when they seen me in the